East Hartford, Connecticut, home to the UConn Huskies, where basketball has a championship pedigree and there's plenty of enthusiasm for football as well. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the UConn Huskies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. UConn will deliver the opening kickoff and we'll get this game going. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Finds just enough space across the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Blue Devils offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Trying play action. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The Blue Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
And the Blue Devils have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Blue Devils are rolling down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Moore. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt. They want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking to fire. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on 3rd down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So think about who your best playmakers are and who needs to get a look on this critical 3rd down. Whether you're running it or you're throwing it, the best players touch the ball right here.
That falls incomplete. They had the screen all set up, and he couldn't hang on to the ball. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Here's the handoff. He will be stopped short right in his tracks at the 3-yard line, and the defense comes up with a play on 4th and goal. So Connecticut's offense will take the field for the first time. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays on him.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick. Battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops hoping for a chance today.
Right back to him on the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Let's talk just for a minute about UConn. Can be a little bit tricky to balance that high school recruiting, transfer portal recruiting for some of the non-traditional powers. But when they're grabbing linebackers like this guy, you know they're doing the right thing.
Absolutely, and there's nothing tricky about that, right? Like, recruiting high school players is essential. Transfer portal is good to supplement, but getting a guy like this that can run at the linebacker spot, it can upgrade your roster immediately.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but I hate the play call there. It's third and long. You're in your own end of the field. That's a play. You got to throw it. You got to trust someone to make a catch and go make a play. You're trying to catch the defense off guard. Nobody falls for it. It's just a bad play.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here, David.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
And the Blue Devils have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Man, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Kentucky has the lead right now. It feels like it's been this way since the players took the pregame catwalk, but this has been a very close game. They're up by a field goal over Florida. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. UConn going back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. The gun, the inside give. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. Guys, for just a second, let's talk about UConn. Biggest problem for schools that aren't the traditional powerhouses, getting the bodies they need, especially on the defensive front. And David, they got a good one out of high school last week.
It's so nice to get a 3-star defensive lineman. A guy like that's got some size, that's got some potential. Again, you want to rotate those guys as much as possible, keep them fresh. This guy could be a player down the road.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down.
42 Spider.
They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
On target. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
Such a great job on the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means 3rd and long. 3rd and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Back to pass. It's Fagnano. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
This UConn offense really has it going. Gonna run it. It's Edwards. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the right. And the pass is incomplete, and that wraps up the first quarter. Guys, time has expired here in the quarter, and Duke is on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And on that out route 3rd down, guys, you just want to see a little bit better execution. You want to see more depth on the route. You want to see a little bit more of an accurate throw so he doesn't have to come back and fight for it, so that we can pick up the first down a lot easier. A little bit better by the quarterback and receiver, and as a result, they do get the catch, but it sets up 4th and short.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Looking downfield, it's Fagnano. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Caught in the backfield, and Simmons. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for 6. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Make it happen. Right. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
They'll run the option. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
The play action fake. Quickly to the tight end. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Anthony. Nice job by this guy finding the slot guy on a drag.
Yeah, the receiver just working his way across the field, giving his quarterback a nice, easy target. That's an easy completion.
Bunch formation for these receivers. Wants to fire on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
The UConn offense goes back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Offense gets set for second down. The option look. Now the toss. Got enough for the first down. Touchdown, Huskies. Great job by the back on the option.
Man, what execution by the offense. The quarterback making the right decision on the defender quickly. Get it to your running back. And how about the wide receivers and everybody else blocking in space, create an alley so the running back can do the rest and make the huge play for the touchdown.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Kentucky needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Lexington behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Florida. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this range. Is concentrate on one thing, making the catch. UConn going back to work on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this.
Oh, he's got some space. The discard, and he's running free. The 20. Touchdown, Huskies. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Running to the left. Got room at the 35. Sprinting away.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
They just flipped the entire field, and now they'll try to cash in on 1st and 10 from the 20. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Dances away to buy time. Tight end finds a soft spot. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Run in the red zone, it's Moore. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
the big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the fly motion. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expected to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in a 4th down.
They'll send the back in motion. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. The UConn offense goes back to work. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And with that last carry, he hits a C-note, 100 yards already.
And he's been patient, and he's been waiting for his blocks to set up, and then he's been bursting through the hole. He's really shown you a little bit of everything, and by the way, it's still the first half.
Caught in the backfield, it's Simmons. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. UConn will have to punt it away. Corrals it at the 45. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, a first half that saw a little bit of everything there in East Hartford. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Rentschler Field.
And the Blue Devils will kick it off to start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. UConn going back to work on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Looking for a man. It's Fagnano. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the 3rd quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They bring him down behind the line of scrimmage, and now he'll have to go back to work to get over 100 yards again for the day. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. UConn will have to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to go up top. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Moore. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Duke. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. The UConn offense goes back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Caught behind the line. It's Hansen. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Almost had the pick there. Would have been his 2nd of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. Still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
Catch in the middle. It's Bell. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And the Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's Fagnano. They'll run the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. After those last 2 plays, let's see if they can get it out of reverse on 3rd and 18. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got it behind the line. It's Edwards. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
The give to the tailback. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Blue Devils with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. Breaks into the open. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Quick completion to the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On third down, he drops to throw. Grab near the marker. It's King. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a first and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Moore. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. Fires into the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It'll be fourth and goal, and it'll be a tough one.
Check. White 94, slump, snare. Patriot.
He's looking to throw. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
They'll run it. With that, he's got 101 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. The Huskies in a good spot here with second and short. They'll try the right side. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. They'll run the sneak for it. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. UConn will have to punt it away. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Running back searching for a hole. Picks up the first down, still moving. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Then they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Moore. Keeps it. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. And the Wildcat has turned to disaster. A big loss as the defense was all over. And the Blue Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He makes a fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. UConn going back to work on offense. Didn't get anything done 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Off play action on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Edwards. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
UConn will have to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Slips through the line. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
And your defense made a big stop. You think you're getting the offense, the football back, but how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you? Get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The UConn offense goes back to work. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's got an open man. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. On the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And I tell you what, when the offense doesn't show a threat to throw the ball to certain guys, it makes it a lot easier to defend. I like it when you slip in a little pass to the fullback where he can get some yards after the catch, have a nice positive game for your offense. 3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the running back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Snagged in the middle. It's Simmons. Turning it on. Touchdown, Husky. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Kentucky is in trouble right now, and unless something drastic changes, we're looking at Wildcat on the menu tonight in Lexington. They're trailing by 15 to Florida. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Going to the ground. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Fires to the big toe. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. To the ground with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. To the air, it's Fagnano. Catch in the middle, it's Bell. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. Gives it on the option. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. All tied up, under a minute to play. Leaves it with the battle. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 3rd 3rd and long. He has to throw for it. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Hunt is on its way. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. He fires one deep down the right side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay?
He's taking the shot. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Blue Devils will send out the punt unit. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Fagnano. He's got his man across the middle. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. UConn comes to the line after getting another 1st down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Runs through a tackle. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And you see him consistently sticking with the run, staying balanced. As you get closer to the goal line, you're thinking the field starts to shrink now. We'll have a jump ball wide receiver out wide I can throw the football to. How am I going to find that extra space and take care of the football while doing it?
Here comes 1st and goal as they try to strike here in overtime. A 1st down run on the doorstep. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. They lost ground on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play man.
Touchdown, UConn! They take the lead here in overtime. Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer answer that score with a touchdown. He's got him. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Looking to throw on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Touchdown, Blue Devils. They got the score. Now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
This is a running back that can hurt you, not just getting handoffs, but they use him in the passing game as well. They called the screen at the absolute perfect time, and it ends up being a touchdown.
On the option. He'll toss it. They got it! The two-point conversion, and it's a game winner! My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away here, but it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here, we're bouncing around, we're excited after having seen what we just saw. What a great win for this team to go out and do it in overtime. That's the type of game that fans are going to be talking about for a long time, Dave.
Free. Yeah, right. If you know Reese Davis, that is not happening, but we got a free game that was awesome, back and forth, nip and tuck, and bonus time. You got some free overtime.